Tong tongs.
Why?
Right as I unmute him. God damn it.
He had to make sure everyone knew. We were discussing prior to this.
You failed me for the last time.
They're up. They just I didn't start them. Thank you, Sarah. Just gotta push the button. Safe.
From the terrors of the other room.
Yeah.
It's real spooky in there.
I'm in here though, Don.
That's true.
She's the one who's escaped.
Yeah, but you're out there like 3 times.
If I could see you, I feel safer. I meant that to be like, if you can see like the big bad monster, it's better than if you can't see because you don't know where it is. That kid laugh is I feel safe because you're here.
It's very applicable for this.
I'm sure both are
Which is also true.
It is also true. That is also accurate. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. We are NotGreatRPG, and we're here once again for the City of Oshuamp, the baddest city with the biggest cold. We're going to go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves, and then John will do a quick recap, and we'll pick up where we left off last week. So always, I'm Don, and this week I play Ether Revia, the Grave Domain Cleric Bone Boy.
Never been less Lawrence than I am today. And I'm also playing Yalumla.
I am Paul, and I'm playing Felix.
I'm Glenn, and I play Vorse the Dogman.
I'm Sarah, and I play Ritora.
And I'm Nesgrim. I'm DJ, and I play Nesgrim.
And I am John, the Dungeon Master for the City of Oshuamp. Last week, inside of the ruined area of Felfarthen, we continued our conversations with Balor, our new good dwarven ghost friend, and his ever so silent companion, Torvin.
Stone Boy.
Stone Boy, yeah, which just means a child of stone. Stone Boy. We tried to collect whatever information about the historical events from Balor that he recollects for what occurred here in Felfarthen, informing us that in the year 7,999, something strange occurred here within the city, and it was an event that he does not really have much of a recollection of, having only this strange burst of a memory of white light and a grasping chill that seemingly took away his life, and he has not been able to find his body in here. He did inform us that when our party attempted to create some kind of mutually beneficial agreement and offer him, if possible, a way to give him either salvation or restore him to his previous form, did say that he does not think that that is possible and that he exists here merely as a chained echo to the city of Felfarthen. We entered into the next room upon leaving after discovering that there was a strange sensation of undead in the two corners of the thoroughfare, but as we approached behind the cobwebs, we didn't see anything within the dim light. We continued into the next room, finding it to be, again, ransacked, mostly destroyed, pillars toppled over, and massive amounts of rubble lining along the floors. Ritora found a partial map beneath some areas of the rubble in an area that was previously had a rug and a large table that had been broken by the cascading ceiling. And amidst those pieces of paper, we found some horrifying notes in Dwarvish about primitive magicians attempting to grasp and understand the principles and consequences of magic within this world. Felix read those notes in Dwarvish and kept the contents to himself, putting them, quietly away into his bag. And then we found a large, sage-looking statue in the northeast corner of this room, which was previously described to us as a guard's room. There were some trophies and things on the wall. We paid the toll to the statue. No, I'm kidding. It was a blessing. It was a good thing. I'm kind and generous.
Benevolent.
I'm an old benevolent DM. We poured some, salt and ash onto the large golden plate that lay at the base of this dwarven sage statue in the northeast corner. Each of our companions, and Rearda as well, receiving a blessing of sorts, either the spell bless, protection from good and evil, or barkskin. And we prepared to enter through the next doorway, which the description of the room kind of jutted off to the right, as though it indicated it was probably a misshapen rectangular shape, jutting towards the right side. We saw an enormous pile of rubble in which it seemed as though the wall itself had burst over into the room, spilling its contents and rubbling all over. Thanks, teacher. I'm gonna rubble. That's how dwarves do it, dude.
I'm about to rubble. Sarah, you look really uncomfortable right now.
The old motion rubble. Yeah, we were able to see a small amount into this room from the ambient light provided from our good friend Felix's torch that was illuminated, being held aloft by his telekinetic hand. Saw some cracked pillars, saw some broken pieces of things on the ground, and I'm going to once more hop over to my map. But this is where we are going to begin, at the threshold into this room. Oh my god, map.
On the map.
Right? Mm-hmm. Good old room 4. Mm-hmm.
Room.
It's a lot easier that way when you have a legend of like a large overall map, because
Yeah.
typing out the names occupies a significant amount of space.
Sure, I'm sure.
But yeah, this is what you guys are capable of seeing in front of you. The enormous indication for, as I had described to the other people who were in here when I was setting things up, that collective of the half circle and the walls that are within are an indication of the enormous pile of rubble that has cascaded down. It looks as though it spills out into approximately halfway into the room, and it looks as though it fills about 5 to 6 feet in height at the lowest point, and then closes up towards the ceiling when it meets the wall. But you would be able to see that there are small peekings through of the natural stone formations of the actual cavern that exist here behind this wall.
You said that crack is still continuing through the floor here?
The one that is on the ceiling? Or the one on the tunneling
On the
portion
floor,
of the
yeah.
ground? Yes. Tunneling portion on the ground absolutely goes through that area. Also, forgive me, can somebody upturn that table? That table in the center is meant to be broken. Thank you.
Does the dirt appear to be like freshly ripped up, or is it settled and quite dried and old?
I would say that it looks like it still has a bit of dampness to it, and it looks like it has recently been disturbed.
Mm.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With standing in the doorway being the first person standing there, I'll go ahead and kind of put my hand in it, feel it.
Sure. Yeah. You want to do a perception check for smell?
Yeah.
Watch your peepers for a second, friends.
Mm-hmm.
Warning.
Warning.
My peeper's good.
Mm-hmm. We're safe now.
You're never safe, John. I could always sneeze.
17.
You are correct. Yeah, so I will tell you that as an individual who, again, was a hunter, you do get the lingering kind of dense, coarse fur that you would get in the large rat-like creatures that would have existed in the woods of Narenter. I will also tell you that you get the faintest tracings of what you would interpret as old blood, as well as spider goo, like ichor.
Spider goo.
Like the ichor of a spider. If you were to, crack open the fangs, and the delicious toxicity would exude out. So, the ichor of a spider. Spiker. Yes, thank you.
Damn it, I was gonna say that and didn't wanna.
Didn't want.
I was this close to saying it, and I was like, does that mean something? Let me think about
I have
this
no
first.
idea.
It bite.
Who knows? Whatever.
One who spikes.
We mean spider ichor.
I think I like that more.
Same.
Spider Riker.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Anyway.
but I would, again, indicate the disparity for where it is sunken in and having broken. Obviously, I can't do that on the tiles, but it definitely trails around that area towards the right.
Yeah, I'm gonna spin around to my companions. This is
Fresh.
quite fresh.
That is not great.
No.
Are there any webs in there?
I would tell you that you, as where you are standing, you would be able to see, like, from your, peripheral perspective, towards the upper left corner, where that pillar is still standing, you would be able to see that there are, again, large webs within that. Bless you.
Thank
Bless.
you.
Ah!
Gesundheit, my lord. Yes, there's spider webs.
I don't think we have much other option.
Let's be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Keep
there
your
a
eyes
way-
open. I believe they said something about a flash and thunder, so keep your eyes open for that.
Are we able to get past the webs without touching them?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. They would
Yes.
be ceiling height and towards the corner of the room,
Okay.
not over the threshold.
Yeah, like a jungle.
You're walking, you up in the ceiling. I love it. Oh, that's
Change your
it.
name to Fish.
I just pictured like the like jungle gym thing that's got the like things sticking down from the ceiling that we have to like push our way
Sure,
through. That's kind of
yeah.
what I was
Mhm.
visualizing.
No, but that'll be in an next room now. Thank
okay, you're welcome.
At first, like when you were describing.
you. I'm gonna
toys and
actualize
things,
your nightmares.
Thank you.
It's my role here.
Yeah.
You ever seen that video of the gymnasium where the kid jumps into that thing? And
Oh, yeah, it's just
disappears?
Yeah.
That's what I was
That's the
picturing.
next room.
Yeah, that's 2 rooms from now. That'll work in room 6.
That's fine.
Down to the forge.
Writes itself down.
I'm very
It does.
afraid of safe places.
There's a lot of
Same.
a lot of overlap between D&D dungeons and trampoline.
Don't put me anywhere safe.
Park stuff.
Gymnasium.
Can't handle it.
I'm afraid of my house and my bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take my lighthouse self and my my ghostly companions, push on into the room.
Oh, my staff is still glowing too.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of light.
Flat tire.
Yeah, so you guys step further into the room. Obviously, to your immediate right would be the enormous pile of rubble of, again, now imperfectly shaped stones, where there would be pockets of collective stone gatherings that you would be able to see were once well polished, like that comparable marble to what we had seen previously as the walls amidst this rubble. You're able to see, again, enormous stones that absolutely look like the same kind of granite for what you've seen poking out behind walls. You would see that along the back walls, you see along the back walls that there is a small stove and what look like a pair of standing cupboards. They look intact, covered in cobwebs, but intact. I will tell you that on the upper levels there are indeed the 3 shelves that are applicable there on the actual miniature. And behind each of them, through the thin, transparent, wonderful gossamer threads, you can see that there are piles of what look, to be jars, akin to what we have. Obviously not of various absurdly colored liquids, as potions would indicate, but you would see, ambers and honeys, various shades of browns, and, going towards yellows, indicating to you that they're probably ales. The cupboard doors along the bottom sides are closed. There are indeed 2 tiered stackable shelves. Those would not be actual standing things. They would be more like the shelves that we do actually have at those corners, where they would be, angled into the corners of the wall, where those would have what would look like small cooking not appliances, but like paraphernalia, so like
A rice
pots and
cooker.
pans. You got like
And
a
a microwave.
toaster.
It's a KitchenAid.
Yeah, dude, you got like a standing mixer. These dogs are really advanced. George Foreman grill, he's canon.
Got the air
Four
fryer
Georgeman.
Forge Georgeman?
Oh no!
Yes.
There we go.
I was gonna say
That's a good one.
The 4 Georgemen of the Apocalypse.
Ooh, I like that.
I
All
like that a
right.
lot. All right. me
That's
too.
in the next room.
I would wait outside the doors
Sure.
for just a minute after everyone else went in, just kind of like look behind us.
Sure, absolutely, to ensure that like nothing is approaching in the darkness.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that you have dark vision. Paul and Sarah, both the ones with currently light lit. 2020, you have 60 feet of dark vision back out, correct?
I believe. Yes, 60 feet.
Yeah, I'll tell you that you're able to see effectively the entirety of the room that you had just previously left. Make a perception check.
Oh.
Blessed.
Oh, I am blessed. That's add a d4, right?
Not a saving throw.
It's a time
Guidance
and
is
saving
for
throw,
ability
right.
checks.
That is going to be a 16.
16? Yeah, I'll tell you that, amidst the darkness, you do not see anything that looks to you perceivably as movement. You would absolutely see, as your friends behind you move, and their lights would move, you would see your shadow cascaded back into that room, obviously waxing and waving as their light moves, and you stay stationary. I will tell you that in the areas in which your shadow, when it touches the natural shadows formed by the rubble and things like that, it looks almost as though there is something that moves amidst the shadow. Like the shadow itself of the natural furniture and things in the area look as though they slide around the height of your shadow, lightly encasing around what would be, for you, obviously, your head. Ever so slightly, only a few inches or so.
I would just wait until the light moved. I would step back to disconnect the top of my head from it.
Absolutely. Yeah. You disconnect and you watch as your shadow just kind of like stretches, where your head just kind of elongates. Not leaving this attached shadow. I've never seen a man look so scared in my life.
I don't like that at all.
Okay.
I love it. You know where this is going.
I'm gonna
still on the other side of the door.
Yeah, I'm still on the side of the door. I'm gonna turn around and look where my companion's shadows meet. Is it doing the same thing?
No, they're shadows because they're all inside of the room. They are within 20/20 of bright to dark, so they're shadows, especially for where the source of light would be. They would not come out into an area in which there is shadow from something inside of the city of Felfarthen.
The door's operable?
No, those are not actually doors. I open them specifically
Fair.
to indicate that these are just thresholds, where they're effectively archways, actually.
Shit.
You say that out loud, or
I would.
Well, shit.
Oh,
fuck. This is bad.
Out loud, just. Shit.
That's not good.
My shadow is connecting to the shadows of the stuff around us.
what?
Just gonna.
What does that mean, Nesgrim?
Look. Like, come
I'll
here and
peek
look.
my head out.
And are they also able to see where my head is?
Nope. Your shadow looks like it concludes approximately 3 to 4 feet out from you, not remotely connected to a shadow.
Yeah, so it looks normal to us.
Yes, it looks 100% normal to you all. As you turn around again, you still see your shadow connected.
Get in the room.
Okay, I'm gonna step back over the threshold.
Yeah,
Is my
absolutely.
head still just...
Your head continues to elongate out, stretching back towards this thing as a shadow.
You mean you're not seeing this?
I will tell you as well that it is not a visual that would give you the indication that, like, it's kind of tunneling in, like it's stretching what would have been the oblong shape, like, oval of your head.
Oh, it's staying constant.
Yeah, it's not
So the
spinning.
head shape is maintained, and it's just like.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
That's so much worse.
Uh-huh.
Do you jump at every shadow? Get in the room.
Still not convinced he's not
We
scared
need
of the
to
dark.
keep moving.
What's the problem?
The problem is that
Don't worry
Nesgrim
about
is
it.
scared. We need to keep moving.
I will indicate to you, recollect that you had been previously asked to have a wisdom saving throw based on an experience inside of Felfarthen, where you indicated that, as I told you, you were not seeing faces correctly.
Right, that's
I
right.
will remind you of that.
Sure.
That experience. I'm not saying, obviously, that this is the same experience.
Right.
I will tell you that there are layers to madness within this domain. Uh-huh.
I thought we were getting fucking Shadow Hansel and Gretel'd or something.
I'm not saying you're not.
No. Fair enough.
He's first.
Well, that's the next room.
Once
Wait-
again,
wait
thanks
your
for the
turn.
idea.
Right? Be patient now.
Sure, let's keep going.
Just stay to the light.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Cast light on my shield.
And my light goes out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, because I can only do one at a time.
Yep.
So as you do that, I'll just and then grab it, and pull out my tinderbox in the middle of the room.
Nezra's getting real
mumble.
scared. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Fucking idiot. It's like trying to light it.
Uh-huh.
Is it not lighting because your hands are so wet?
Oh.
Well, no, I have gloves on. I have gloves on.
He does,
so-
actually, yeah.
So you're wearing slightly moist leather gloves.
Oh,
It really
I
keeps
hate
it in.
that.
It's thick leather. I made
And
sure
then your
it's
skin's
thick.
gonna be so moisturized.
Oh, it really seals it
somehow
in.
worse.
Really seals it in. Yep, so I have an open flame now.
Sealed for fresh.
Yes, absolutely. You strike the tinderbox successfully over the course of a minute or so, and you ignite this torch. Again, providing you sufficient 20 feet bright, 20 feet dark.
Put it back in the same spot.
Yep. Up above you and a little bit backwards, right?
No, yeah, so it's like right behind me. It's not
Okay.
like 5 feet back. It's like right behind
Sure.
me and then like about 5 feet above me.
Cool. Yeah. This is where you guys are standing in what looks like obviously a, small primitive kitchen. You see the obvious table that has been broken in the central portions. I will tell you that it looks like there are very few fragments of what was otherwise probably a very large table based exclusively upon the thickness of the legs and quantity of the legs. It looks like there are about 6 broken. I'm not a carpenter, so like 6 inches in diameter,
The
like
legs?
7-8 inches in diameter. Yeah, the legs, very thick boys.
It's like mountain height.
Yeah, like mountain height leg.
Like leg thick.
Yeah, like leg thick. Like didn't skip leg day thick. But yeah, the actual top of the table looks as though the majority of that wood has been broken and is missing from this room.
How covered are the cabinets in cobwebs?
For dust and cobwebs? Massively.
Massively.
For the majority of what is there, it is covered in cobwebs. I would as well tell you guys, especially Forrest, you would get the heavy, continuous, unsettling sense of dust. Like, feels real stuffy in here. Like, ugh, don't like it.
Are the ale jars also covered in spider webs?
They would not be covered. They would be the fronts of the shelves, so they would be behind the webs.
Webs or cobwebs?
Cobwebs are made of dust. Webs are made of
True.
spider.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I would
Oh.
definitely say that the lower portions over what is there would be cobwebs.
Okay.
The higher portions and the pillar and above, we'll say, are webs. Give you that wonderful sense of safety and security.
I'm gonna creep my way over to the stove
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can kind of sift through anything there. Careful to avoid webs to see if I can see if anything was cooked recently or what was cooked
Was being
last
cooked in
night.
here?
Yeah,
Sure,
that
yeah.
type of
So it's,
stuff.
old-fashioned wood-burning
Towards the-
stove where you got the big fucking grate in the front.
Yep.
Like a small flat area on the top for the heat to obviously propel up for. I'll tell you that, inside you find the incredibly ashy burnt remains of, obviously wood. And I'll tell you that, I mean, it's going to be fucking really rotten and, broken. So it would exclusively be the tiny, hollow bones of what probably was an avian creature.
Okay.
Either chicken, turkey, something along those lines.
Cool.
Birds are real,
Avian.
DJ.
Raven flats, yeah.
I know.
So, did you say that these have books or anything on them? Because you said it's a pantry, but you said that there were an assortment. Were there any
When I
recipe
say
books?
sure, I would say that they would not be
Cookbooks.
on the top layers
How to
of
cook a
the
raven.
shelves.
The top layers?
Yeah, there are cabinets below.
I would search the cabinets first.
Sure, absolutely. You want to search one of the 2 cabinets?
Yep, I'll search this one.
Cool. You can roll an investigation check.
Oh, baby.
Nat one.
Never
would you
speak
do
again.
that?
Never speak again. 6. It was a 2.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you that obviously you have sufficient illumination behind you. You open it. There is a pile of, instead of books, these look like old Gam style parchment recipes.
Oh,
So,
hell
like,
yeah.
Are they in like a
real
little
fucking
box?
Those are the
small,
best ones.
yeah.
It's all index cards.
They're a little bit yellow.
Yes, they look like stained. They've got fucking like
That's the
mashed
good
potato
shit. I don't
stains
need
on
anything
them.
else.
Yep.
They're a little
Oh, yeah.
crunchy.
All of them. Plus Gam, dwarf Gam.
I got you.
Got what you came for, huh?
Dwarf
As long as there's a stew recipe.
Oh, yeah,
Kitchen
there's
was
stew
her
recipe.
forge.
That's,
Fishy
what's
stew.
Gamdar?
Gamdar, yeah.
Any famous ones by Forge Georgeman?
Yes, they're absolutely Gam Georgeman.
Is it Gamdar or
It's
Grim
Gamdar.
It's definitely
It's
Gamdar.
absolutely
It's Gamdar,
Yeah,
for
Gamdar.
sure.
And
Oh, I
then,
don't
of
know,
course, her
Grimgam's
son
really good.
is Forged.
Yep.
Now we're gonna kick it up another notch. Bink buck.
That's absolutely in the recipe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's in the recipe.
a little bit of Bink?
Whenever,
a little bit of Bonk?
whenever she says she's, need a splash of Bink, a little pinch of bonk. That's it.
Salt and pepper,
Another
obviously.
bonk from your spice weasel.
All right, first step, you gotta light your fire.
I love you, Elzar.
All
I
right.
kind of want to put Bink and Bonk on the salt and pepper shakers.
Right.
Man. And they could just be fists. We could
Yes.
sell them.
So good.
TM.
We joke about
Spice hands, dog.
There we go. We joke about that all the time. Legitimately TM. They will sue you.
We'll put
We
Bink,
will
a little
sue
bit
you.
of Bonk.
Those are mine. Those belong to Not Great RPG.
Yep.
Thank you, Gally.
Yeah, I'll tell you that would be all that would be in the lower portions of the cabinet style cupboards.
Okay, yeah. I collected out of both then.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you that you get a dick load of fucking recipe cards.
I will quote that.
Yeah, I'll make for you an exact dick load of recipe cards. And-
Load.
What's a metric dick load?
Hopefully it doesn't
Yeah.
mention any
What's
rumbling.
the average size of a dick load?
I mean, these are dwarves. And you did say my dwarven penis is very large, so that is canon.
Not a rubble and a half.
That's the reason why the walls came in. Too much Bink. Well, I'll manage that for us later. Give the players what they want, dude.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I will tell you that obviously as you're in the proximity of the cupboards. What's your passive perception?
That's a great question. 14.
14? I'll tell you that as you are in the proximity of the cupboards, you as well, Don, your passive perception's dick load high.
Can you get a number on that?
22.
22,
Damn.
that's close.
It is a
Yeah.
dick load.
I'll tell you that there in
Sounds
the
like you
areas,
did 22
obviously, of
recipes.
the traditional spidery webs, you don't see any movement.
Okay, cool.
Like, eerily still.
Great.
Uh-huh.
As if they know to avoid this room because of a big rat man.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you that that's the
That's
indication.
just what I'm saying.
You may
They're
interpret...
scared of us.
Yeah, you may
Yeah.
interpret
Scared of
my
the recipes.
information however you perceive.
I'm not going in there. There's the dick load of recipes in there.
They cook us.
I'm going to move from the stove over to that other cabinet and
Sure.
see if I can
Paul
break
did
it
that.
open. Oh, he
Paul,
did.
we just expedited the process because
Okay.
that's all that's in both cabinets.
Got it.
I was just going to have it be like pots and pans and shit like
Sure.
that, spoons and whatnot, but,
Gam.
dwarven recipes, yeah, Gamdar is much better, so we'll roll with Gamdar.
So we established that the jars of ale are behind cobwebs, not spider webs,
Yeah,
correct?
absolutely.
I'm
So-
gonna reach in and find the darkest one.
Sure.
Woody.
Yeah.
Unscrew it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that it looks like where you had the horn one up here, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously this, but corked on the top, so it looks like an old fucking hollowed out horn. But you're able to see, through areas in which it's cracked, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say it's glass. Fuck it, that makes infinitely more sense because I said you could see through it. So we'll
Sure.
say it's shaped like that, but glass.
Okay.
Yeah, super fucking dark.
I'm
I'm just
gonna
gonna.
take a whiff of it.
Yeah, I will tell you that it smells.
You wake
Smells
up
like
3
a
days
nice
later.
Swirl it. Are you
No,
gonna
I
swirl
was
it?
gonna tell you it smells.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you the hints of a stout that you're absolutely looking for. I will I'll give it to you. Got a nice, hearty, stout,
Smells like
old
peppers and
dwarven
milk.
ale.
I'm seeing shadows.
Let me exacerbate the problem.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of that.
You take a sip? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it touches your tongue. You take like a taste tester's mouthful. I'll tell you that it feels smooth and warming.
I'm gonna recork it and
Huh?
put that away in a bag.
Sure.
I've got many of them.
Mm-hmm. Got
And then
real,
I'm gonna
real
grab-
dusty beer.
No, grab another one.
Sure.
What do you?
One of these days, you're gonna take a drink of something, and he's gonna be like, "All right, we'll see you in a little while. Take a step out of the room."
When you said touch its tongue, I pictured like an ale hand.
See, I thought the same thing. Like, he didn't take a sip. He's smelling it and goes, eh.
The ale hand used tongue tongs.
There you go.
Full circle.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you want another one?
Yep.
You got 2. Fantastic.
Thank you, Joe.
You're very welcome. You got 2 hearty dwarven stouts that have been lingering here for so long.
They've been aged for a very long time. They're
Uh-huh.
very good.
Don't they get bad after a certain
No,
while?
stouts you can age.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even, oddly enough, even lactose ones. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. We'll have a good time with them.
What's going on with this fun half moon wall over here?
The rubble?
That's the rubble.
That's the
Oh,
rubble.
okay.
The rubble.
Got it.
That's where the dwarves rubbled in a pile. A big old pile of dwarves
Gathered up in a circle.
after guard town, just rocked all over, dude. Just had a few ales.
Circled right up.
Big rubble pile.
Rubbled onto the floor.
It was a big circle rubble.
Big circle rubble.
Yep. So that's
Or at least a half circle.
pile of rubble.
In the kitchen.
Right in the kitchen, dude. They're the goddamn worst. You don't rubble where you eat.
Yielding some salt.
Oh, we gotta go.
We gotta get out of this fucking kitchen right now.
This
guys.
fucking weird room.
We should keep going.
I'm gonna peek into this rubble and see if I can see anything in there.
Yeah, absolutely. You go ahead and fucking investigation check. nice deep,
This is gonna be a problem in this
passionate
falling
rubble
apart
check.
dungeon. If every time we say the word rubble,
It's funny now, forever. We doomed that word.
16.
16?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you that within, you can absolutely see through the scattered pieces, there would obviously be some small, I'm going to use the word like chasmic structures where there are piles of
pocket.
oddly shaped
Sure.
hovels of stone. I'll tell you that inside you see the gaping, hollow eye sockets of a skull.
Oh god.
Just staring out, dude.
that's the best thing you could find. What do you?
Yeah. Why are you sad? You love skulls.
No. I'm horrified.
Good.
Ether is gonna
Grab
see
your
if I
hands.
can.
You're a mean one.
Yeah, I'm gonna hook it in the eye holes and try to find it.
Oh!
There's
My
no eyeballs
God.
in there, but still.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you that the space in which it is contained is definitely, the gap is not sufficient for the
Okay.
skull to be exhumed. Should you like to take some time to remove some rubble and unbury it, we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Vorst Nesgrim,
Yes.
could you assist me with this?
Into Yaluma's mind. Thank goodness.
What is it that you're trying to accomplish here? What is it that you're trying to accomplish here?
There's a skull in there that I would like to take.
So sudden.
Sure. Okay, can you not reach it?
It will not fit.
Okay, we need help moving rocks then.
Yes, the two of you are strong.
Sure. Alright, let's move these rocks first.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even ask for Weirda's help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot where
Yeah,
he was
Chad
at.
Reardon. Wow.
Dude,
Wow,
he's just
forgot
staring at the
Weirdo
fucking
was here.
ales.
I haven't lifted in a day.
Rhoda's offended, I'm sure, by
Right?
that.
He's just staring at the fucking ales behind the cobwebs.
Oh, he hasn't had any yet?
Those look fucking great, man.
I have one.
Dude, yeah.
I tried mine, it was good. I mean, don't drink the whole thing. keep your wits about you, you know. It's
I don't have those.
wits?
He just grabs one. Cheers, brother.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Fucking tanks it.
Uh,
Good luck, Weirdo.
you're carrying him.
What a guy!
Dude, that's funny.
No, but he rolled very well. Yeah, dude, he just fucking kills it and just like shatters the fucking glass bottle against the wall. Yeah!
I'll have another.
All right.
He's
Where
a
the
bro.
fuck are
Are we
we?
not surprised?
Oh no!
Straight frat bred it.
Alright.
I guess
The glass.
Instant bloodshot eyes though.
before,
You need me to hit rocks?
possibly before you two move anything.
Sure.
Balor,
Yes.
do you know? Would this have been a guard buried in this rubble here? What
Most
was in this
likely.
corner?
These were chairs. Or the table.
Okay.
The guards would eat here.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
Hey.
welcome.
Do you know of any reason why my shadow may be clinging to other shadows?
Like, when two shadows fall in love. Perhaps that.
My shadow fell in love with the other shadows?
Shadows have minds of their own.
That's fucking terrible.
I'm gonna point it. Did he just make a joke?
I don't think that's what that was.
I think it was.
I have a sense of humor yet.
That was too deadpan for me.
I'm not dead.
Bang pants together.
Kill it. Just watching DJ silently seeds.
I'm waiting for
Okay, let it out. Let it out. Your face is getting red. Please laugh.
Yeah, please, I don't want you to pass out on the fucking stream. We're so dumb.
Deadpan!
You laughing at your own joke?
Yes.
Of course he is.
It's the kind of man he is.
When I make these jokes, I don't make them for other people. I make them for me. I think they're funny. That's all it is.
Does Nesgrim still see his shadow looking weird?
I don't know, you're not Nesgrim.
Does he look bothered by his shadow still, I guess?
I feel like Nesgrim is now fully into the room and has not indicated to me that he wanted to check his shadow. Do you want to check your shadow?
I'll look at it again. Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that it looks for now as though it... Where are you in the room? You are around the rubble. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that your shadow looks as though it obviously coils around.
Oh.
Out the door
Sorry.
because the light sources are here. So
Yeah.
it's-
Shit, got a real
and
stretchy neck.
your shield is also. Ooh,
Yeah.
it's really stretching it. Oh.
It's still happening. My shadow is bent around the rubble.
I'm gonna look at
It's dead silent. Oh, it's still happening.
Botler says something scary and Nesgrim just goes, it's still happening! What a great break from the deadpan joke!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Where is it?
what
So
is
I'm gonna look at
happening?
a shadow again.
It looks to you guys, obviously in the area, that his shadow goes back at the natural angle and concludes right inside the room.
Your eyes are deceiving you.
I'm gonna put my staff in his actual shadow.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see?
It's
You would be blinded by the light, quite literally.
Okay.
So I mean, because you casted it on the...
on the staff. So I don't.
Huh. Yeah, I guess it would illuminate the entire staff.
It might,
then, perceivably.
I don't have light. Does it say the size of the?
Yeah, I don't know whether or not it gives any indication of like cubic feet or
Oh,
anything.
I always thought it was like a point
No
source.
larger than 10 feet in any dimension.
That's the only indication? Wow, yeah,
A
so
whole
yeah,
staff,
a
yeah.
whole fucking big stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're blind. Yeah, no, you would look back and you would see your shadow and you would just see this light. So, I mean, it would obscure your vision for what was behind it.
Sure.
You're looking into a bright light.
Once she moves the staff, does my shadow go back to
Are you moving your staff? Would you at a point, obviously?
I would just like poke at his actual shadow.
Jab at the shadow?
Yeah.
Ow! Al, are you okay?
Are we going to move this rubble? Or are we going to
Yeah.
stand here and talk about what Nazgrim is seeing?
All right, let's start moving rubble then. First,
Are you okay, Nazgrim? You said ow?
I was just making a joke.
Okay.
I think I'm fine, but my shadow still looks off.
I'm not gonna sheathe my sword because I don't want to lose our
Yeah, our
people.
ghost
I'll
boys.
just hand
Yeah,
it to
absolutely.
y'all
Uh-huh.
Hold that.
Mhm.
Gonna go move some stuff.
Yeah, I'll
Thank
say
you.
that, a few minutes go by, Rearda comes over, just like full starts punching rocks, dude. Guys told me to hit him.
Sure.
Somebody hit somebody! Oh my god, I just picture him just fucking spear tackling the pile of rubble like a hero.
Just grappling the fucking
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, I got him! I got him!
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'll tell you that, several minutes, maybe like 3 to 4 pass as
Yep.
you guys assist each other in moving these large boulders out onto the ground. I'll tell you that as you get through, you see that what is there as you begin to piece away these boulders. You see that what is left is what looks like just the crown of the face out around the orbital bones and then right up over the nose.
So like a mask.
I mean, one could absolutely
So the
interpret
eye,
it to be
the
that.
eye holes are missing, or it's just this portion that's there?
It's just this portion that's there. So you would
Okay.
have the sunken, hollowy orbital structure of the,
Okay.
what would be the framing, front-facing part of the skull. Yeah.
Put it on.
Take that. Felix, might you be able to check if there is anything magical about this? I know it will take some time, if you would like to as we are walking.
You're handing me a skull?
Just the
Just
front.
the front
Just a
face
piece of
mask.
wood.
It's like a mask.
Yeah, just the mask front-facing portion of the skull.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Take it and hold it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Bone.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it feels, in your hands.
Do you want to make an arcana check?
I mean, I'll permit you a history check instead.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm just on fire. 12.
12? I will give you the fair equation of having been described and seen the mask of the Winter Wolf with Camilla, now handed down to Vorst, that there is, for you, a sense of ancestral familiarity, not familiarity to you,
Right.
but a sense of like a common reverence of sorts that would again be equated to reverence of a purpose or of a people. We'll also tell you that the skull, it's difficult to discern whether or not the shaping of it is dwarvish because it's only such a small part of the skull. So, undeterminable.
Okay. You said it reminds me of...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't remember what it was called. The Mask of...
The Winter Wolf? Yeah,
Yeah.
that Camilla has. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
This will take me a few moments. So.
absolutely, yeah. And I will tell you that if you wanted to, again, attempt to, it does take traditionally an hour to, if an item is magical, to be able to determine whether or not the item is magical.
Okay.
So, if that is a thing that we want to be doing while you're walking, I will say that for that hour, you would not be able to chart a map. So,
yeah, it wouldn't
give or
be.
take.
It wouldn't be something that I would dedicate that kind of time to.
Sure.
I would.
Yeah. Pocket it.
Yeah, I would look at it.
Yeah, give it a fair evaluation,
Yeah.
a quick look over, and go, hey man, this might be something later. Map more important.
Yep.
Don't want to get lost in.
Mm-hmm.
Nonsense.
Or do we?
I mean, you guys get lost. It's party town.
Did you say it's Party Town?
I mean, we found the ale.
Won't you take me down to Party Town?
Reardon is where we are.
Yeah, it's rock fighting time.
Yeah, dude, fuck around.
Yep. I'm gonna go get my sword back.
Thank you both. And thank you, Felix.
Sorry, you were assisting in the removal of the rocks, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception check. With advantage, because it's odor.
18.
I will tell you that you get the same kind of sense, like a hit of a strong cleaning alcohol. So you, as a man who cleaned a bar for a living, would know that different types of alcohols were used for cleaning or
Like an
polishing.
astringent kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Coming from the bone itself or from that area?
The area. Yep. The bone, the skull would have some of that
Like a
lingering
lingering
odor on
remnant,
it, like
yeah.
it was obviously held within the area in close proximity to it for some time. But I will tell you that it smells like it is a vapor that you're getting like fumes from below inside of the stones.
Smells like very strong alcohol in there.
I wonder what was over there. Father said chairs.
Well, there was ales on the one wall. I could only assume that maybe...
Spirits on this one.
Yes.
Yes, good point.
Suppose there's more than one type of spirit here.
Huh?
This guy gets it.
Does he laugh at all or just agree?
No, he just like kind of grins.
What was your favorite ale?
I did not drink.
Never mind.
He likes
I'm sorry,
puns.
I needed my wits. I could not afford to drink.
These items that we're searching for,
Yes.
are we nearing any?
It is a long way down. And a long way to the stairs.
Everything we seek is beneath.
Yes. In either
Understood.
market district or the area of the forge.
Very well.
Looking into the pile that we just cleared, can I see any glass or anything down there?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to see if I can...
Reach
There's
in.
there's a bottle or anything in there that I can feel around for.
Make a dexterity check.
Is it check, so with glass? Or no?
No. Not a saving throw.
It's probably not great. Nope, it's a 9.
9? Yeah. I'll say that you're going to take like 1 slashing damage as you just kind of like run your finger along one of the jagged edges of a obviously broken bottle. But I will say that as you're doing it, when you move your hand and elevate out, your hand, like the side of it, strikes what obviously feels like a cork.
I'm gonna
Grab the cork.
pop or try to see if I can pull like a whole bottle out from there.
Yeah, I'll tell you that as you pull the area in which your hand strikes the cork, you get like the neck of a bottle. That would have been a long, kind of more along the lines of one of Yay bottles.
Is it clear glass or any sort of colored glass?
Clear glass. Smells like the astringent thing that you're getting from down below.
Yeah, I'm gonna look in the hole. See if I could find a full, like, unbroken bottle, hopefully.
Sure.
Shot in the dark, but...
Yeah, you can make an investigation check, absolutely.
That's much better. 17.
17. I will tell you that you find a bottle that is broken at the midpoint, but because of the way in which it is broken, it is stacked against the side of a rock, and you can see that there is definitively a small, maybe yay high amount of very clear liquor in the bottom of that bottle.
Does it look like it's able to be removed from the hole? Or
Yeah,
is it
again,
like
carefully
Good,
because it's sharp, jagged fucking edges, but if you are interested in doing that, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pluck that out.
Sure. Make another dexterity check.
Yeah. 13.
13? Yeah. You, having learned, pinch wide, from a high point. Slowly remove that bottle.
Claw machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it is removed from this area, you guys all get that same, obviously now removed from the area, intense sense of almost like rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer, like pungent striking in the nose. Tell me what else you guys want to do.
I'm gonna continue to poke where Nesgrim's shadow would have been with the staff.
Yeah. Strike the stone on the wall, on the floor. Nothing happens.
I don't think there's anything here.
You have your torch lit,
Yes.
like
Naturally.
fire.
It's naturally lit.
Cool. I'm gonna dip my finger and flick it into the flame.
Mm.
Not at you.
It's at me.
It's behind you, isn't it?
It's above me.
Yeah. Well,
I'm fine.
From your head back.
Yeah, I mean, we'll say you go up and over, Felix.
Yep.
You guys watch as it strikes and you see the kind of embers, burst. As this obviously intense solution of an alcohol sizzles. Mm-hmm. Could be. Could be indeed.
does anybody have anything to transport this in? Maybe cork or something that we could put on top?
I've got some leather.
We
Really
could
just
see
grabs one of the other
bottles
bottles
on
behind a
the other
cobweb, kills it. Brother!
Oh no!
That works.
Yeah!
I didn't hear no bell.
Fucking cork, dude.
Yep.
Cork it.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I'm not drinking this one, right?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Hands you the bottle on the cork.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
How's he looking?
Oh, he's fucking bloodshot as shit. A little wobbly. Definitely a little wobbly with that one.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
gonna go ahead and hold it under his nose. Is it strong enough to?
I mean, he definitely looks like he is a little off-put at first, but then is fully immersed.
What's the trinket?
Weird.
Ah.
I'm gonna offer him one of my rations
Mm-hmm.
so he can soak
Dude,
up some of the
fucking-
alcohol
Jerky and berries?
and hard.
My fucking favorite! And he just like, just full fucking like head side to side, just fucking machine gun like lawnmowers through these things. You just see like twigs fucking flying around from the berry pile that's inside. Dude, even cheese. Nice.
Yes, and some hard bread.
Yeah. I knew I loved you, man.
Thank you.
Come here. And he just goes to hug you.
I'll hug him back.
Hugs you.
Good
Warm.
boy. Good boy, Rita.
Yeah. Why are we here?
Searching for ghosts or something.
This goes right there.
Yes, we found
Did
them.
we win?
Yes. You're still looking for other things, though?
More ghosts?
Possibly.
Dude. Can I smell it?
Sure.
Just like leans over towards you and just like right next to Balor's ear, just. Yeah. All right.
What does it smell like?
Trouble.
Okay. What about the other one?
Or smells like trouble.
And he just goes over to Dwarfin.
Okay.
Wait. This guy actually smells kind of nice. Smells like, what are they called? Little things that grow.
Berries?
Flowers?
Flowers! What a funny name. Oh, no. He smells like those things.
Does he smell like flowers?
Right in
No.
front of it.
Not remotely.
All right, let me cross that
I
off.
assume they just smell like cold.
Yes, yeah, they give off literally no odor.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I'm gonna. About how much fluid is in that bottle now? Like about an ounce.
Yeah, like an ounce. Solid ounce, 2 ounces.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stow that away and.
Sure.
Onwards.
Mm-hmm. Cool. We're approaching that threshold the archway on the eastern side. Cool. Who is in the front? Very good. I will tell you that as you approach this, it looks like you're coming to an intersection which would lead towards the television and one that would lead towards me.
Just
Would look like the hallways are very short, narrow, so only about 5-ish feet in width. And I will tell you that it looks, as you go to the left side, to television side, which would for us be north. As you look left towards the north, you can see that it looks as though it immediately comes to, maybe only about 10 to 15 feet later, another T-shaped intersection going to the right, which would be east, and then the left, which would be west. And I will tell you that as you look downwards, you would see one more archway after only about 10 feet. I'll give you like the good old corner peep. Lean out through the archway a little bit just to give yourself a decent vision. And you would see as you look southbound, as I would call it, room 6. You would see that it angles like a curvature. And you would see open archway and still intact looking but dusty marble floors. Again, limestone walls behind this archway. In terms of what you would be able to see inside with your vision, it would conclude with just open floors.
Am I picking up any sort of a smell coming from either direction?
You can make a perception check.
Yeah. Use that nose.
Mm-hmm.
That alcohol was a little strong. That is going to be a 7.
7?
Yeah.
old smell saturation.
Yep. Done burn my nose out.
I will tell you that from the oh my.
Ooh.
I'll tell you that from the left, you don't really get much of an odor. Maybe the faintest hint of what would smell like ash, like old charred wood. And from the right, you would get Would you roll?
7.
7. I would say from the right, you would just get a smell comparable to the smell that you're surrounded by. So it would feel pretty
Dusty.
comparable with dusty, the smell of alcohol, smell of stone. Obviously, you're in an area in which there are cupboards, things like that. You would be getting, the light tones of wood, like oak, and birch.
The scratches on the floor, which way did they veer off?
To the left, so
the
northbound.
Great.
I will tell you as well, actually, coming through this hallway, in the area in which the tracks reside, you would see that they are on the ground and then ascend up the side wall. Until they are straight through the center of this tall wall.
That's left out the door.
Northward.
Hello.
Look at the tracks. So they go up, so they go whoop, and then they're on the...
To like the center of the side wall.
Okay, the center of the sidewall, so they don't keep
Correct.
going up. Okay, good. Good.
Forrest, perhaps we should ask Balor.
Yes.
To go.
Just wanted to get a good gauge of things before we made a decision as to where to go.
Of course.
Friend, which way to the market?
North.
Oh boy.
South is just dormitories for the guards. Sleeping chambers.
Maybe worth checking out the dormitory as well.
If you're looking for bodies, certainly. Are you hunting for bodies?
We have a goal.
Bodies may be helpful.
Were not all of the bodies taken by what took you?
No. There are yet some bones that lay as inside the dormitories.
He's here.
I would like to go to the dormitories, but we can go after the market.
On our way
Yeah.
back.
Bodies are not going anywhere. Plus, if we are looking for somewhere to possibly sleep at some point, we might be able to barricade ourselves in.
True.
I do not think we should sleep in here. if
Probably not.
It can be avoided.
I don't want my back to a wall.
But if need be,
It seems that this is going to be the way that we have to leave, so
What would you hope to gain from the dormitories?
bones, possibly notes.
Bone addicted elf.
I might be able to determine
just get us
some of what happened here with my ritual.
Would it not be good to know what happened here before we,
That's what I was
Descent.
thinking.
Sure, I suppose, yes.
if that would be the purpose behind finding the bones?
Come find my bones.
I mean, I'll just pull the bone out that you gave me. I have one right here.
He has
I
a
am
point.
not certain if I might need the full skull for that. There's a small portion. Not certain if it would
Hello,
work.
DJ.
Okay. I'll put it away.
All
Okay.
beautiful in here.
Sure.
Fred, you said this place is filled with death.
Yes.
Many bodies.
Yes. Many were taken in the midst of a regular day where they stood.
I think if it's skulls that you're after, we can probably find some along the way. Best to stick to a direct route, just to not get turned around.
All right. I trust your nose first.
Keep your eyes open. I'm gonna point to the crack on the floor and then up the wall.
Yes.
And your ears, if our friend is to be believed.
Yes. Shall we then?
Onward.
Hmm?
Charge! We're going north.
We're going left.
We're gonna go left! I guess we're gonna go left, John!
Left.
The map
Cool.
shows the dormitory, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I will tell you that as you are now out into the hallway left, it kind of takes, after about 10 to 15 feet, kind of makes a slight right where you're seeing now a better sense of the hallway's thickness. It's because the walls themselves at points look as though they are naturally pushed inwards of something along the cave itself having like
I'm sorry, wait, what?
tightened.
Okay.
Yeah, the walls were previously, so that's why you're angling slightly to the right. Obviously nothing sufficient for me to warrant the time it takes to juxtapose the maps. But like you have to go a slight curvature to the right before coming back to the left. In areas where the wall kind of cascades inwards.
Are there any like
Yes.
signs of like volcanic activity around here? Like it's all just the same stone, right?
Mm-hmm. Outside of the, wonderful obsidian that was the statues outside. I'll say that no, you have not seen any other signs of, I don't even actually know what signs Praetor would know of a volcano, actually. In terms of what feels fitting.
Different types of dirt and
You
stuff.
know when
Sure.
red
rock.
soup gets shot from the earth? That might be a...
Red soup.
For sure, hot
That-
rock.
Yeah.
Delicious
Hot
red
rock.
soup.
Yeah. I will say that for Retora, as an individual who doesn't really know what a volcano is, like, no,
No.
not really. Nothing that seems strange to you. Yeah, so as we continue leftwards, hallway after about 20-ish feet, 25 feet, very narrow opening where you can see the next adjacent threshold for what is obviously the next room that you would be possibly entering, narrows very tightly to where it is not a full 5-foot space.
Oof.
It looks as though the framework itself has broken out and collapsed behind it, occupying corners of it. You can see that the trails along the wall go in an area.
Squeeze up to the highest, widest portion of it.
No, I'm gonna
Really?
say that like the inclination is that with the way the groove pattern is on the wall, it was a bit thicker than the hall here, a bit thicker than the arch, and the left side of the arch is kind of dented outwards, broken and now fallen onto the ground.
Thick boy.
Huh?
He pushed a literal mountain.
We are the mountain. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you that it's a very narrow opening. It kind of like a funnel opens out. Short wall on the right side makes a slight turn, very abruptly inwards after only about 10 feet, and the left wall looks like it curves again, where the walls themselves have broken inwards, rubble cascading onto the ground, and the natural cavernous rock of granite and other stones protruding out through the openings where the wall has been broken.
At first glance, impassable. Like, just upon looking at it, it's a wall of stone.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going the other way.
Hmm?
We're going the clear path.
Wait, sorry, did you say impassable or
Yeah.
passable? Sorry, passable.
It is passable?
It is passable,
Okay.
yeah.
Just tight.
It's tight.
Okay.
It's like a 3-foot squeeze, so you guys would be able to
One
get
person
through.
at a time, slowly.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yes. Sorry, I misheard you.
So it look like Ruda can get through it?
Hmm?
He's the biggest of us, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's not wearing an abundance of things, like he's broad-shouldered, but if he goes sideways,
He's also real skinny.
yeah.
I guess it's a good thing we didn't bring Corin in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he would have had a tough time through this opening.
Which way here, friend?
The temple.
Only one
go
entrance.
through. There is not another route.
There's not enough what?
Route.
There's only one way to go. We carry on.
Sliding in.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go and squeeze sword first,
Mm-hmm.
shield behind,
Mm-hmm.
so that I can get through easier.
Fantastic.
I'm right behind him.
It's fine, Don.
I'm just gonna walk like normal.
I hate squeezing through things in games. I don't
What?
like it.
Mm-hmm.
Small openings.
Mm-hmm.
You're not actually there. You're not
Does
doing
it matter? I'm not in.
Claustrophobic in my
I'm not in the
mind.
Outlast game either. That doesn't make it any worse. Going through 2 bookshelves.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So I take it there's a thin area we've got to squeeze through.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yep.
Squeezing in.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Again, I feel like I'm just walking normally. Pretty small.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I'll tell you that you guys enter into a space that obviously should have been a better formed rectangle. As previously indicated, only about 10 feet in, the wall suddenly, through this cavernous formation, as though it's indented inwards, juts to the right. You can see the cavernous wall about 15 to 20 feet into the left. It does the same kind of thing to where this once perfect square is now inward here and inward here. As you step inside, everyone's able to successfully squeeze through. You can see that in the center of this square room, what look like 2 columns of 3 in a road pews, like benches of stone, beautifully decorated, small in height, forgive me, wide and long in stature, thick still of the beautiful marble that is of the stone, just a different decorative design. Decorative.
Whole big load.
Full circle.
Right? And then in
Half
the back center of the room, you can see 2 large, wide-standing pillars, and in the center of it what looks like a small pedestal with an old dusty tome on it, and behind it a tall standing, on a mantelpiece, candelabra.
How does this compare aesthetically to the cathedral that was
Beneath
underneath
Oshwamp?
the orphanage? Because there was like dwarven style carvings in the stone in that
Mhm.
area.
Yeah. Yeah, I will tell you that it would feel pretty comparable in artisanal and artistic quality. Same thing with the designated areas for the pews front facing. That's something that you guys have only experienced so far within the cathedral there. Same thing with the pillars, comparable to the pillars that you experienced in.
How high are the ceilings here?
Only about 25 feet.
Alright, so I can see there's not any vampires up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
There's no vampires up there. No vampires.
Up there.
Down.
I just feel like walking into a similar scenario, I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay.
That's happened once before.
I don't
Seen
trust the
this?
ceiling.
If I could float toward it, I would.
Candelabra?
Mm-hmm.
The tome.
The tome!
I-
Not a
I-
book, a tome.
I missed the tone.
Cool.
So I'm moving towards it, I'm just gonna scribble on the map and.
Feel like
Jam that away.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a square. It's a square.
Square, whatever.
Whatever.
T for temple.
We're going to take a break. And I will now set up the temple.
Good.
We'll be right back,
Why
friends.
would we have to set up the temple, John?
Why do we have to set up the temple?
It's fine, Sarah. Oh, fine.
It's really cool.
Hello, friends. We're
back.
back in a new room
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, Felix is running ahead by himself.
That's really cool.
He's got to see stuff.
towards a delicious tome.
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet knowledge.
Is it a tome, Larone?
I could go for one right now.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, my good friend in the corner,
Synonymous.
running towards the toe on the mantle.
I never said running.
He said floating.
Yeah, I said if I could
You said
float.
if you could float.
If I could float, which is, like the slow float, like it's a pie. You know what I mean?
Like a pie.
Delicious.
The
Like a
old-
pie left on a windowsill.
You got
Yep.
it. Yeah, so I mean, you begin walking towards the mantle.
Mm-hmm.
What's your passive perception?
14.
14? Yeah, I'll say that in the areas below the obvious marble pews on the ground, you see that there are what looks like the etchings into the stone, carved into the actual marble itself.
Oh,
Crudely done.
really?
Crudely done. Obvious indications of runic symbols for various schools of magic.
So I guess I would obviously look at those, and I would compare that to anything else that would be on the walls. Is there any other etchings or symbols?
Sure. I will say that on the walls, as you're going inside, you do not see any other etchings. I
Okay.
will tell you that in the area for proximate symbols to you, you see the symbol for the School of Divination. You see the symbol for the School of Abjuration. And you see the symbol for Illusion.
Okay.
Beneath the pews.
Can I observe them?
Mm-hmm.
You stop heading toward the book.
Yeah, I'm looking down at the runes.
Is everything all right, Felix?
I'm just gonna shrug. I'm gonna rummage through my bag.
Mm-hmm.
Grab. This really doesn't help. I can't see.
I was wondering how long you would commit
Right.
to it.
A copper.
Okay. A piece of copper. Where would you intend to throw it? At the bottom steps?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take out a copper piece and gently aloft fling it towards the steps. You hear the metal clang out with a beautiful resonating ring as it strikes the stone steps. Lands, spins ever so slightly around, and then lays flat on the steps.
So no, I meant to fling it in front of me, like near the runes.
Oh, sure, yeah,
Sorry,
absolutely.
not on the steps. Near,
Sure.
like towards the runes themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. It, same thing, rings out with a resounding ping noise as it strikes the ground and swirls ever so slightly, and then lays flat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go step towards the steps.
Sure, absolutely. Around the corner.
Yep.
Sure. You're ascending the stairs.
Yes.
Good. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no way this is happening.
There's no fucking way this is happening, right? Right? Guys? Guys, there's no fucking way this is happening right in front of us.
Okay. No? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You ascend the staircase, and again, you can see that on the platform up here, it is a small stone table. You can see that there is, again, a standing candelabra with what looks like 8 candles and a
8.
small tome in front.
Just gonna
Dusty old leather-bound tome.
look at it.
Very dark leather, yeah, covered in dust. Looks
Nothing.
like it's got one of the, the straps where it's got almost like the buckle fastening for like a belt over the center portion of it. A nice, beautiful, dusty golden clasp for that buckle.
Yep. I'm just gonna take a moment to look at it.
Yeah.
If anybody else in the room wants to do anything else?
Felix.
Cobwebs in the room?
Cobwebs,
Actual
absolutely.
webs in the room?
Cobwebs in the room, webs in the room, webs in the corner, cobwebs in the area which the stone has cascaded down, where you would see them like around the openings and the various like chasmic entrances inside of the stone. So for both the areas in which it's caved and the top pillars, you would see traditional regular webs.
Up and in the corners.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
I'm like heading around over here.
Sure.
As a
I would stay near the door again.
as a ritual boy,
Yeah.
I know I don't know that much about like the schools of magic. Ether doesn't, but I'm gonna take a look at these runes and see if this looks ritually in any way in terms of what it might be for.
21st century ritual, man.
If I might have seen it traced into the ground during any of the rituals that I've performed, that I was taught, or any of the other things, if any like tracings.
Okay, so then the things that I would give you as possibilities are, there are the symbols that are there for the 8 schools of magic. So that I would say is something that has been described previously. I'll say that Ether is sufficiently acquainted with magic to be able to know the symbols.
Sure.
Not a guy who studies schools. That's totally fine still. In terms of intention, I would have to have you go forward and look more carefully at the runes that are present on the thing.
Yep, I will do that.
Sure.
Are those?
He fell in it.
We got him. Do we know which symbols were in
He's just so excited.
Adrian's?
Magic circle?
You do.
Would I recognize any of these?
Are you going to also go look at the things?
Yeah, I'll go look at the things.
I can't give information that doesn't feel
I know.
like it's earned!
I know.
Sorry?
There's a
Oh,
risk
weird.
involved.
Reardo would be by Nesgrim because he's drunk as fuck and trying to get some.
Try a smooch.
Excuse me?
Hey, chicken wing.
Are you not happy? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, dude, right?
Thought you were fun.
Yeah, dude,
well, now,
you're
man.
fun.
I'm fun.
Fun?
He's just trying to figure out what
Trying to get
fun
his
is.
table buffed, that's all.
Right? Yeah, so you would move towards it. Yalumlo is going around the sides towards the... so I will indicate for that statue-y thing that is there, it is... I put that there because it's rubble. I also utilize the stairs because, again, it's supposed to be on a small pedestal where it has a narrow ascending staircase. The mantelpiece, the pedestal, is wide framed. The statue itself is pretty narrow and small. All that would actually remain of the statue would be the, effectively, the bust. So you would see the, indentation for it, obviously disclosing a female character. The face itself would be broken and mostly faceless. You would just see the outline of a nose. The woman would look not dwarvish. The woman would look human. So you would be missing most of the face. You would have a small fragmented area of the eye. The nose would be mostly intact, thin and narrow. And again, you would see the remaining bust portion concluding right around the chest. The rest of the statue itself is in rubble beneath it. So if you were to ascend the stairs, instead of it being a 7-8 foot high statue as it traditionally was, you ascend the stairs, the fucking bust is only about 1.5 to 2 foot high now because the rubble has splayed out and is occupying that corner.
Got it.
That was the easiest way in my eyes of giving a visualization with the miniatures that we have
So
available.
this used to be a statue that was at the top of this. Sitting up on a dais.
Yes, yeah. You are going towards the thing, and Don, you are going towards the thing. You are attempting to discern the intention of this thing
Yeah, or
based on
if I've
experiences that you
recognized it.
have.
Yes, correct.
Sure.
If I've seen it traced in sand or anything in my home or anything when I was learning.
Cool. You can make a religion check with advantage. You are looking to see whether or not you recognize the symbols that we experienced in Adrian's circle.
Yeah.
Sure. I will tell you that as you get close to it, for Adrian's circle, it was all 8 schools of magic, and the 3 that were at the points, it was abjuration, divination, and...
Conjuration, I believe?
No, transmutation, I believe, was the 3rd.
That sounds right.
If you want to correct that later.
Yeah,
that's fine, but
off the top of my head, that is a thing.
I wrote it down somewhere, but my
same.
notes are.
So, it is not the 3 because you do not see like that same triangular connecting thing. I will tell you that instead you see a circle in the center of this circle. So because it's 8 shaped, you actually see it's a little bit more like an octagon for the 8 sides.
So all 8 symbols are here?
All 8 symbols are present, and then in the center you would see that there is, again, a circle. I will draw it for you. I'm not an artist, so please do not judge. I'm not going to draw the octagon because I can't do sides of accurate dimension, but I will draw for you the central thing.
It's my biggest problem, drawing any shape.
Right? If I couldn't draw like a circle, I'd be worried for my own mechanical skill.
Drawing circles actually hard.
God!
A good circle is hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any circle is doable.
Mm-hmm.
What is a bad circle, but just a good oval?
Or
Well, a bad circle is not a
an
circle.
amoeba.
Good dick.
It's about branding.
It's good to go. A little bit of hang down.
What are you doing?
Started a circle and drew a little man.
Okay.
Drew him with a dick.
Oh no. Forge Dorman? George, was that you?
Forge Dorman.
Forge Georgeman. Come on. Was the cook of the dwarves.
Gamtar.
Or is it Forge? Forge?
Did you say
Forge Gorman.
Gorman.
Gorgeman.
Gorman.
Gorman.
Forge Gourmand.
What,
Like a dwarvish
what has
name.
this become?
What hasn't it become?
Fair.
What could you possibly mean?
Or a gorge foreman.
It's his cousin.
In the
Ooh,
center.
it's like a pie.
It's a pizza.
My religion check was an 11.
An 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you that, like, during the ritualistic performances that you guys do, you know that, like, in shamanistic traditional lore, like, symbols like these are absolutely used, but for a variety of purposes. It absolutely depends upon
Okay.
schools of magic that are traced.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll tell you that again. This is an area in which all 8 symbols of magic are represented. That to you would be strange.
Okay.
You guys would have never done a thing that would have utilized
All of them.
symbolically all 8 in a unifying way. You guys typically were doing magical experiments that, you know, resulted with 2 to 3 schools of magic being used.
Cool.
Yeah. Yes, inside of an octagon, circle inside the center, and then that is in the triangle that is down descending. So, yeah.
We say
As I drew it, it looks like it goes, the triangle
funnel.
touches the point. Yes, like a funnel. Mm-hmm.
Not a pyramid.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Check this general area for writing or symbols or
Sure.
any sort of indicator of what was here.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you can make an investigation check.
No. That's a nat 1.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that, like, there are an abundance of things going on around you. I will say that you're obviously able to see and make out the shape of the feminine figure that the statue is itself. And I will say that in an area in which you would typically assume that there would be a placard or something indicating towards the base, the foundation of the stone or the dais that it might have been on, you don't see anything amidst the rubble. Anyone else doing anything?
I moved towards the back door here,
Sure.
just to kind of get a gauge for our way out of the room.
Okay.
Crack continues along the floor here.
Yes. Yes, sorry. Yes, I was looking at the map.
Straight on through and then out the door, right?
Yes, yeah, and it would bend left.
Hmm.
You're in the hallway sufficiently. It's a T-shaped intersection. It looks kind of like it's at an angle, so you're coming out here. It would be shaped like that. So.
I'm just looking out this back door.
Nice, dude. Reard is just like heavy breathing on your neck. Hey, man.
Hello.
I've never been alone with another guy in a dwarven ruin. Have you?
No, I can't say I have.
It's kind of weird, right? But like in a new and exciting way.
Trying to desecrate this temple now? Gonna make some desecrated rubble.
My body's kind of like a temple, right?
It sure is exciting, yeah.
Smells a lot like dust and blood and stuff down here, though.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like that's bad.
It's probably not good.
Yeah. Why do you keep looking backwards, man?
My shadow is clinging to other shadows.
Like obsessively? You should talk to it. I think that's like a sign of
It's unhealthy.
like an emotional, unhealthy relationship, dude. Shit, man.
I'll have a talk with my shadow about that then.
Probably
I think it might be unhealthily attached to me.
maybe.
Get it? 'Cause
God damn you. I'm sure you'll be fine, though.
have you smelled anything weird?
I mean, never really been in a place like this.
Sure.
It all kind of smells weird. Worse than I didn't really grow up around a lot of, rock buildings.
Okay.
We had like twig huts and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Really miss hut stuff. Maybe we could do some of that after we get out of here.
You know what, Reard? I'll do all the hot stuff you want to do.
That's really weird and exciting. I'm very ready. I can't wait to survive. I hope you do too.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't make any promises.
Kind of hope I die now.
What did I agree to?
I don't have a great history of going into dwarven ruins and leaving alive.
That feels almost like a premonition, man.
No, I've just died in a dwarven ruin before.
Oh. Nice.
Got knocked unconscious. Then.
Dragged out
You
by a
died in
bear.
the basement.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's fine. I'm sure we can all do something.
I'll tell you, I gave as good as I got.
I like that. Maybe Ether can join.
Join what?
Hut stuff, dude.
Right.
It's always
Yeah.
better with three.
Yes. Sure. It's always better with 3 to do hot stuff.
Do I hear this?
I just like to imagine that Nazgrim is
Probably.
completely oblivious.
I have heard a lot of. I've
No
spent
idea.
a lot of time in huts.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Oh
Maybe
my
you
god.
could show him the ropes.
Show me your hot ropes here.
No.
Is anybody in this group? Does anybody at all know what's going on?
No!
We're talking about hut
What's
stuff.
going on with what?
What in the hut?
Nesgrim, have you tried asking your shadow to stop?
Well, I'll give it a shot. Hey, Shadow, knock that off. Nope.
I mean, you watch as your shadow just kind of wiggles back towards you.
What?
Yeah?
Oh, that worked.
It's willpower, man. You have to actualize.
Do I hear him say actualize?
Yeah.
Did you get this book open yet?
It's all possible, man.
Is he gonna sell us like a membership for like a
You
sweat
just give me
lodge?
$10.99 gold a month. You guys can all do hut stuff with me. Open up the
Hot stuff and yoga retreat.
head, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right?
thinking. Just gonna.
It's what the shamans would say in the hut. It's all about potential. I don't know what the fuck that means, though. I just think it's neat to repeat.
Just gonna turn back around and look at this candelabra.
Get me the fuck out! Yeah?
You on the table?
No, I'm not actually.
He's on the table.
No.
Just so excited.
He's just dancing on this table
You
with
look
the
at the
book.
book again?
No, I'm looking at the candelabra.
Sure. Yeah.
Um,
8 candles, not lit.
How are they oriented? I don't know what that is. I don't know what a
Like a
candelabra
menorah?
is.
Like what?
Yeah. Is it like, oh man, we were stuck in this temple? Like,
No, I would say that it looks like it's instead of it being just horizontally straight across, it would be 4 arms perceivably out and 2 a pop.
okay.
So none in the center.
It's like a double advent
Yeah. It doesn't. I mean,
Candles.
I'm assuming it looks normal. It's not like anything out of the ordinary.
I mean, how oriented are you with candles? Like, I don't fucking know either, dude. It's probably normal.
Yeah, does this look like a typical? It's candles.
Yeah,
Covered
it's
in
not the
bones
shape- I
and
feel like it's the
skulls.
thing that like Ebenezer Scrooge totally
Okay.
walked down the stairs with.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not shaped into like
Yeah.
a demon.
It's not a
Yeah.
horned face
It's
with
like
It looks like it
candle
belongs
eyes.
here.
Yes.
Like
Is
it's,
it pointing a gun at him?
Yeah, no.
there's no
It's
weird.
not threatening.
It's plain. There's
Like,
no weird
I
symbols.
can't draw top-down shit.
Do you want me to investigate? I'll do it.
Sure.
That looks like a face.
That looks like a cookie.
That looks like a
Chip
wheel.
candelabra.
I mean, those are all candles, but
Yeah.
from top down.
Fine.
So from the side
That's
of
a
it
clown face.
But I'll investigate if you
Yeah.
want, but there's no like symbols or anything.
Nope.
It's just
No, just a gold-based candelabra.
I'll flip it over.
Yeah.
Anything on the bottom?
Check on the bottom. Just a
You know what I mean?
flat
Like-
kind of, I guess, gold-plated bottom still. We don't have like felt to make sure it
Gold.
doesn't scratch. Yeah, it's all gold.
Doesn't say made in China.
Thank God, dude.
I'm gonna
Dwarves
put
make
it.
their own shit, dude.
I'm gonna put it back down and
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's just
be a
further
Tommy
away
Tone
where it's like
toucher.
a big
Sure.
section,
Pick it up.
Yeah.
like a
You
platter.
pick up the book.
Yep.
It feels dense in your hands. It's pretty thick. Yes, thank you. Person who can
Yeah.
do drawing-related things.
Oh.
There you
Oh, it's
go.
Lumiere.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's
No. What do you mean?
It's gonna come to life.
put me down, Felix.
Oh shit!
You are so fishy today.
Oh, don't do that.
Can you poke that?
Yeah. You pick up the tome. It's hefty. It's like yay thick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna
You
a
want
little
to
latch.
unstrap it?
Yep.
Peel that leather back through the belt buckle.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like.
Very slowly.
Oh, erotically, I love it. Ooh, you dirty, dirty book.
You whispering to it right
Stroking the cover.
now? Licking the spine.
No.
The book is gonna make me rubble.
That's how the statue got destroyed.
It is. I read the book and just and fell apart.
Oh, book.
Oh,
You
poo.
unlatch the buckle,
Yep. And I'm just gonna
pull back that cover.
slowly.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. You pull back the cover. Again, leather bound, so.
Please don't give me an actual book. I'm scared.
He's just got the whole book.
No,
I've gotta
but,
read an assignment due next
same
week.
Kind of hard, intact leather interior.
Mhm.
Old, worn, weathered pages within.
Read them out
Do
loud.
I see like a title page or
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
it, what language is it in?
Oh, it's in
Preaching this
Dwarvish,
sermon.
but I'll give you the common translation just so this gets easier. Yeah, no, I will tell you that the title is The Heart of Felfarthen.
Can you say that in Dwarvish at least?
Off the top of my head, no. I know heart is Ordror, so I forget what the prefix is for.
I'm really hoping it just sounds like the Swedish Chef from the Muppets.
Sounds like two-headed monster.
When people ask me who my favorite vampire is, I always tell them the Count from. Damn it, I fucked it up. Never mind.
You want to try again?
When people ask me who my favorite vampire is, I always tell them the one from Sesame Street, and they go, "He doesn't count, but he sure does."
Right? Oz Ordror
Who's
Rock
better the second one?
Felfarthen.
Oh.
That is.
The Heart of Felfarthen.
The Heart of the Frostfather.
Frosted. Yeah, I will tell you as well. Right below that, it would be, etched in, traditional black ink,
Mhm.
and below that you would have the same symbol that is in the center of the runes in a circle below that writing, etched in pen.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
So is it the same as what you drew?
Yes. Yeah. So it's the circle with the funneling downward shaped triangle with lines through it.
Wow, destructive.
Did Weirdo's motivational speech carry over to this side of the room for me to hear a little bit of?
Yeah, dude, he's ready to go.
Cool. I'm totally gonna like take a seat on these stairs that definitely have no writing or symbols on them. I promise they don't. And
You double checked.
I'm gonna get my trusty stone out and try to actualize some sort of presence from this stone.
Sure.
While he's doing reading things. I don't have any expectation.
That's for you.
I'm just like chilling while he's reading. But if you think there's a thing.
What would you think? Like, what would be in your imagination? Where would Yalumlo, what would his mind go towards?
Sure. I mean, previous conversation with a thing. There was some reference to, like, slumber and regaining strength. And, like, needing some time to pass. And some time has passed. So just checking in.
Hey, buddy.
Trying to get a sense of, like, strength or presence or alertness.
Yes, absolutely. That I will give you. Oh, boy.
You can think about it if you need to.
It would literally just resonate out in your mind with 3 words. Home, yet unwelcomed. That would be what you would hear. Book?
Book!
You let him read a bit.
So you said it has all 8 schools of magic. Like, is it in the triangle, I guess? Like,
For the octagon that is surrounding it, the points.
oh, right, it's an octagon. Oh, shit.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just...
The
real slowly.
first page, you say?
Yes.
Ooh-wee!
Wait, Rick. Here we go.
Your mind is consumed.
Yay!
No.
Knock me out!
That's the second page.
Would
What's
not
that, Felix?
It's already happened once.
do that.
I'll fucking do it.
No.
Oh,
No,
have to ask you
why
something
would
about
I do
that.
that?
No, there's not an additional page that's written for every person's mind that's consumed. No.
It's in the
Oh,
next
no,
room.
no, no.
Ah.
It eats everybody else's minds.
Okay.
Got him.
Yeah. So in the first page, I would tell you that it is like a table of contents for a breakdown for the first kind of like as we would view a table of contents like Roman numeral 1, so heading and then subheadings. It would indicate the origins of magic, and then subheadings would be a dwarven rune indicating like the letter A and then the letter B. Because subsets. And then it would be the name of each of the 8 schools of magic. And then what would it then be subsequently Roman numeral 2. I just want to wait for him to write. Let me know when you're good.
I'm good.
Cool. Roman numeral 2 would be the principles of catalyst and reagent.
Mm-hmm.
3. That would not have any subsets. That would. First subset below that would be the words focus, comma, symbol, comma, innate. And then what would be perceived as Roman numeral 3. Did you just drop a die? Okay, that's fine. What would be perceived as Roman numeral 3 would be... Man. Okay. Roman numeral 3 is going to be just again, no subset actually no subset for this one. The unifying principle of all magic. And then the last one, or 4, would be divine magic, comma, ascension.
Great. No subset?
Nope, not on that one.
Okay. I mean, so assuming length, it's probably like what, about 100 to 200 pages?
Yeah, probably about 150 to 200. Yeah,
150
absolutely.
pages.
Mhm.
So I mean, as I'm standing up here and everybody's doing their thing, I would flip to Principles of Catalyst and Reagent and go immediately to Focus, Symbol, and Innate.
Sure. One additional thing that would be on the table of contents
Oh.
in terms of like an author's name.
Oh, yes.
That would be there to give you an indication for effectively like who compiled this summation is the name Dorgrim. DOORGRIM.
John.
What?
Means it's wrong!
What do you mean, Don? Were you not prepared for this? Which page did you say you wanted, or which section?
So,
The
Focus, Symbol, and Innate, and I would skip Focus and Symbol.
And go to Innate?
Yes.
Sure, absolutely.
Are we taking a hold in this room here? It seems Felix has found something worth checking into.
Yes, temporarily at least.
I wouldn't mind a brief rest.
Sure. Yeah.
Delicately turning
That's
the pages.
Yeah.
Since it's so old.
Some of these symbols
Yes.
are the same ones from Adrian's circle.
That's not good.
Mhm.
But the triangle is different.
No, that was not there.
Adrian's triangle was on different symbols, right?
Mm.
I wonder if the triangles pointing to the different symbols are what make the circle work. What if all circles have 8 symbols in them?
So I will give you a very quick summation, just because, again, like in terms of longevity, it would take a while to give this. I will tell you that in the summation, because there is obviously information prior, as we would be jumping to the second page, this would be a methodology of surmising what had previously been proposed as hypothetical and building blocks upon that. So in the section for Innate, it would specifically say that the studies of alchemy are a designation of understanding the principles of Black Earth as a representation of an abyssal sky and is an effort to harmonize divinity, channeling it through an individual to this place.
Got half that. I'll get the rest later. Okay.
Yeah. I can
Okay.
100% just put that in the Discord for us.
Yeah.
And then as well, subsequently, the potential of an individual capable of utilizing magic without the need of a focus, but instead through innate principle, forges through themselves a bridge or gate to the divine. I will also tell you that Black Earth would absolutely be capitalized for the D and the E. And then it would say, as with all things in alchemy, as above, so below. It's fine, Dom. It's so fine.
It's so fine.
It's the most fine.
It's fine.
It's the most wonderful find of the year.
You might want to get a mechanical leg and arm soon.
All I can think of is if hermetic philosophy exists, that means the law of polarity exists in Oshuamp, and now I'm terrified.
Yeah. I don't absolutely have the the corpus hermeticum right here. It's fine. Worry not.
Oh, we're all
It's
dead.
fine, Sarah.
Oh, we're all fucked.
This wee shit
Dorgris.
is.
We knew that
Yep.
though.
If Felix was gonna start rifling through the book and said that we were gonna be sitting for a while, I'm gonna go ahead and sit against the wall here.
Mm-hmm.
Keep my eye on that door.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna have my sword out in front of me,
Mhm.
blade to the ground, hand on the hilt, and I just want to like kind of stare at the two
Yeah, Balor.
that are.
I will tell you that Balor looks kind of, I guess you could say, disturbed, like discomforted by the area in which we are relaxing. Torvin as well is kind of just like staring at the moon touch sword, but occasionally his eyes where you are drift away from you over towards the areas of the pews within this room.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because my goal here
It's
was
great,
to keep
Dom.
them.
It's great that he's uncomfortable in a chapel.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's fine.
The goal here was to keep him out of view of what Felix was doing
Yeah,
and just sort of watch.
great. I'm glad you did that. That's for the best. For the very best. Yes, Lance.
I would be thinking conversationally.
Yeah.
If this is your home,
Mm-hmm.
why are you not welcomed? And is this where you and others stood guard? And if so, over what?
Heart beats below. Transmuted.
The heart of the mountain?
It'll give you the indication that there is, despite it being silence, a calming kind of resonance in the stone that gives you an indication of confirmation for that, yes. We are the mountain.
And then, do you know what happened here?
I would give you, again, as a experience that like you emotionally resonate with, like a sense of unease to indicate uncertainty.
I will make it right if I'm able.
Yeah, and just have like a sensation of like a peaceful solidarity of like, again, you're slowly reuniting with the spirit of Kabbalah as it is reawakened, reignited. Anyone else want to do anything inside of here while we are still sitting?
How long are we planning on staying here? Can we?
It's only been about 10-15 minutes, I would say.
I would also probably have gone to look at this statue,
Sure.
as I did with the last one that
Sure.
we came across, and look for symbols and writings and things, and definitely not read them out loud this time and summon a giant animated horse monster.
Yeah, no, you can make
can
an
if you want
investigation check as well. That's totally fine with me.
Nice if you animated this one, it would just be the upper torso.
That's true.
10. Yeah.
Somehow a little bit worse.
I will tell you that in the bottom corner,
Unfinished.
you see a destroyed placard, where again, kind of like etched into the stone, so almost like again relief into it. You would just see the words MYS. Well, letters, forgive me.
Sure,
MYS.
And the rest of it's too
Destroyed.
destroyed to read.
Yeah. Completely gone.
Okay.
Rebelized.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, did you find there?
Letters on the bottom of the statue. Looks like there was a placard of some kind, but it is destroyed. The only thing remaining is MYS.
I must be distracted. intended to look for such a thing, but
It's understandable. This is
I failed to notice that.
a dark room. Everybody is, I think,
Perhaps,
mildly on edge.
An indicator of what this once represented.
I think so. I am not sure what it means. Or who this was.
Does it appear to be the only statue in the room?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Whoever it was, they must have been venerating to some degree.
I would think so.
This is a temple, as Balor has said. What did you discover about the floor? Anything worth noting?
Not much. Nesgrim and Ritora pointed out that this is a slightly different circle than the one that appeared in Adrian's basement, though he also had the 8 schools of magic, and some were pointed to, similar to this one, but different schools.
Would I be able to point out the ones that were in?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sure.
so that one, and that one.
But in my time studying and performing rituals, I have not seen a circle drawn with all 8 schools of magic. This is peculiar, to say the least, for me.
Perhaps Felix will know something of it.
Possibly when he is done with the book.
And perhaps he could try to puzzle together what this placard once said.
Yes, that
Is
would be
it?
helpful.
Is it drawn on or carved in?
The runic symbols and the octagon carved in,
I want to
like chiseled away.
just check all the cracks and everything and see if there's
Hmm?
anything in there.
Sure, absolutely. You make an investigation check.
Oh, that's bad. That's a 3.
3? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it looks like it's chiseled away. You're not like a stone worker, and you don't really have much experience with that. The one that was in Adrian's basement was, struck through the wood floor that was there at the surface. I would tell you that for your inclination, it looks pretty clean, but it doesn't look like there's anything inside of it.
And sitting here on the wall, keeping them from seeing what's going on, really, I'm just going to sit here and stare at them, checking the door every once in a while,
Sure.
but staring and really studying their faces as they're just here. What is Baylor looking at?
He looks back in the direction for where Ritora is standing when his eyes do avert away towards the areas of the pews. His mouth just kind of ever so gently shakes.
Is he avoiding eye contact with me?
For
If
the
I'm
most
sitting
part,
here
yeah.
staring at him.
Yeah. He'll occasionally look over and realize you're staring and look away.
You seem uneasy, friend.
This place feels different to me now.
And you said the other guy didn't look as affected.
Yeah, he's definitely occasionally darting over, but he's still staring at the Moon Touch sword, very transfixed.
Different how?
You know how there is a comfort in home. I do not feel that here anymore. We venerated here, gathered to give thanks for the magic which we were blessed. And now it feels almost like an insult to me.
Was this something that happened before? You all came to be the way you are?
Was what?
This changing of the temple?
No, not before. After.
Do you remember who must have done this?
was not here when it occurred. I was drinking with Torvin.
Do I hear that?
Where are you? 50 feet away? I'm going to say no.
Fair.
Yeah.
What's your passive perception? I will be kind in that regard.
15.
15? I'll say that you hear not the entirety of the sentence. You would just hear the phrase drinking with Torvin. So you wouldn't know in what that would be related to.
Sure.
So, indisposed, you would say?
Yes. Kind of.
Yeah. Is there a crack or anything in the flooring?
Yeah.
Near enough where I'm at?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna plant my sword.
Mm-hmm.
Walk
And
away.
nestle it against the wall so this way it stays elevated.
Yes.
Sure.
I will return, friend.
Yes. Such beautiful light.
Dog business to go take care of, you understand?
Of course I understand. But I'll be here.
I'm gonna go pretend to relieve myself.
Uh-huh.
Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Out of view of him.
Yeah, absolutely. You beckon to Nesgrit. He just thinks you need him to go piss.
Puts his gloves on.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
So yeah, after some time, I would
This guy
have
rubble.
turned away from the door, not seeing any movement. I would have turned
Absolutely.
around
You
and kind of
Rubble
like scan the room quickly.
step over to him. Yeah.
Rubble buddies.
You see that Vorst is, suspiciously standing in like a corner, beckoning over.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely also be standing like facing the wall,
Mhm.
trying to pretend like I'm taking a piss.
Sure, I'll walk over.
What a friend, dude.
I'm not gonna make eye contact with you either.
Uncomfortable amounts of eye contact.
Look down, look back up.
I'm trying so hard to lock your eyes with
I understand
mine.
the hot stuff now, dude.
Yes, Forrest. What?
Keep your voice low.
Okay.
I don't believe that our ghost friends are, well, at least the one. I don't believe he's being very forward with us.
I did hear him say something about drinking.
I asked him about the temple, and he says it feels not as it used to be,
Okay. Sure.
and that this temple it feels more like an insult to him now, and he is visibly uncomfortable here.
Okay.
I asked him if this
Why
is
is
an
it
event.
an insult?
He just said it changed. It used to be a place where they would... What's the word you used?
Venerate.
Yeah, venerate the magic.
Mm-hmm.
What magic?
Magic.
He said the magic they were blessed with.
Just
Doesn't give
magic.
an indication, but yeah.
Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And he said now it's like an insult.
Okay.
I asked him if this was something that took place before they all died. He said it took place after.
Mm-hmm.
I said, did you see who did this? He said, no. I was drinking with Torvin.
He told me he doesn't drink.
Yes.
Did you bring
No. We cannot let on that there is something amiss.
I mean,
Keep your friends close, right?
sure, I suppose. That is very odd, though. Also, I don't believe the sword is enough to hold his attention if he doesn't want it to. I'm sure he could pull himself away if
I'm sure too. I told
necessary.
him I was relieving myself, as you can see.
Uh,
Now please go away. Good talk, buddy.
Just stand there.
Mm-hmm.
Stare at him.
Yep. Yeah. Gotta pretend to wrap it up and then just like back away from the wall, pat him on the back.
Nice.
Nesgrit's the guy that goes to the urinal right next to you.
Yeah, looks you dead in the eye while he's talking to you. Yeah, how about that weather?
Did you see they got mozzarella sticks on the menu here?
I had a dude one time at work I wasn't in uniform. And he goes, did I see you working here earlier? And I went, yeah. He went, oh, cool. Well, while I have you here, where are the locks? Yeah, I was like, my man, I'm not even in uniform.
Right.
Like, anyway, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I digress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where are
I'm
you
just
going after that, Forrest?
Gonna stretch and stroll back across the room as
Sure.
if nothing is amiss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go walk up next to Rearda.
And I'm gonna plant myself down and keep my sword with me, next to me.
Going to tell you that as you approach your sword, you're going to see that Torvin is no longer there.
Torvin?
Mm-hmm.
My bones.
Where'd your friend go?
What friend?
Oh, you're right. My eyes must be playing tricks on me.
It's a terrible place, Felfarthen.
I can see that.
This place is a real shithole.
I love what you've done with the place. It really fucked it up.
There were many dwarves who were excellent illusionists as entertainers.
Like making forms?
Something along those lines, yes. Playing tricks with the eyes. Making you look one way while they do something in another.
Can't say I'm familiar with that.
Oh. There are lovely tricks that they used here in Felfarthen. Perhaps we could find one of the entertainer's spirits ahead. And he might play a trick on you.
I'm not one for tricks, even in jest.
Oh. They are so fun. If only you give them a try.
Yes, my compatriots with me can attest. Not quite one for fun.
Very good. Perhaps there is another amongst your friends who is more fun.
Did he hear that? I'm fun!
Who said something about fun?
Not that me. Nobody has fun with that.
Send me the fun location.
Send me your location.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps these people are new to me.
Very good. Certain there's one of them who is fitting.
Now, is he keeping eye contact now? Or is he still averting?
Oh no, he's keeping eye contact now. Just a very slight grin across his ghastly lips.
It seems this place doesn't... It seems you've warmed up to the place.
Oh. Well, in Felfarthen we always pursued change. Never thought we were sufficient with what we were. That there was always more we could attain. Every dwarf sought that.
When I walked back across the room to get my sword again and like take a seat, Felix still have the book out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold position here
Sure.
and take my seat, and perhaps change is good. Kind of rest my head back up against the wall and just sort of go back to looking out the door.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of gives like a slight, mirthful laugh.
Yes, change is, in fact, quite good.
Anyone doing anything?
Yes. So after I read briefly the section on the innate, I would have closed the book
Mm-hmm.
and put it away.
Sure.
Taken the candelabra too.
Sure.
And put that away. if it would fit.
Is that a candelabra in your cloak?
I would say that's a very strange thing to try to, like, you would have to put that in one of the larger sacks or backpacks. I do not know whether or not you are currently carrying one of those.
I should have.
Because I don't know everybody's inventory.
Well, I'm carrying most of the shit.
Yeah, no, you're the sack
I
master.
do have a sack.
You have a sack? Fits in the sack. You're the sack master.
You're the sackler.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I would put it in the sack, and then if I can jam it into my backpack, I would. But if you
Couldn't
can't,
jam that.
I
in
would
the
say
sack,
it's probably
Paul.
going to be pretty difficult to get the sack with the odd shape that the candelabra is in, so I would say that probably going to need to like tie that around your waist or something at least.
okay, I'll
Fix
put
it to your
I'll
belt.
put the book in my backpack, and then I'll sack the candelabra and start walking towards Pack Mule.
Sack.
Sack mule.
Sack man.
Felix, when you get a minute,
Mm-hmm.
there's an inscription over here.
Sure, I'll be right there.
Partially destroyed.
I'll continue.
Yeah.
Walk towards the Pack Mule.
And there he stand.
I'll just extend this. Would you mind holding on to this?
Sure.
Just put it away.
You got it. I had a thought too that you may find helpful.
I look at Rearda.
What?
You know how black is the absence of color, right? And the opposite is white, which is all colors combined. What if black magic is the absence of like spellcasting focus, or black magic is maybe the absence of magic, whereas white magic, the other side, is all 8 schools of magic put together to do like divine magic.
Some strong ass alcohol you sipped earlier.
It's just like breathing on you real heavy.
Just gonna blanket you a lot.
I thought about it because all those symbols.
Maybe.
Thanks, Felix.
He just like pats himself on the
Sure,
back.
buddy.
Really got
That's
it.
cool. It's really good.
Glad we have wave theory of light. Walk away.
Yeah, you go over towards the statue where the other 2 companions are.
And as I walk away, I will say into his mind, think on it more.
That's all I got.
If you're thinking about stuff, maybe you're not destroying things or dying. I don't know.
Right? It's a step up in the world, dude.
His ears are steaming again.
Oh no.
So you were holding the book, right?
Yep.
It is in my
It's
bag.
in his bag now.
Yeah, you were holding it though when I
Yeah.
walked by.
Yep. I was reading.
Then I see you do a handoff to him.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm standing up and moving back around.
With the sword.
I'll walk over to you guys.
You go over to the
Up
statue.
and see here.
Felix, there is writing on the bottom of this statue. The letters MYS.
Not much to go off of.
Yes, the rest of the placard appears to be destroyed.
MYS.
Yes.
Look at the half-destroyed statue as well.
Mm-hmm.
You said it looks like a human?
Yeah. Female. Human.
Want to do a religion check?
Sure.
Ooh. Where's it again? 22.
22? Yeah. I'll tell you that MYS for you would not correlate to a name that you would be familiar with. But you would be familiar with the phrase Mistress of the Mysteries of Magic.
Mistress of the mysteries of magic.
Mm-hmm.
May relate to the mistress of the mysteries of magic, but
I'm sorry.
Does that correlate to anything you read in that book?
yes.
What did the book talk about?
Perhaps we can talk about the book later. All right. I imagine it will be quite a discussion.
Sure.
It would.
A large book, then. We should continue our journey.
Yes.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Onward.
Walk away from the rubble.
Cool. Going to the exit?
Yep.
Upon Yalumlo approaching, seeing everybody gear up to leave, I'll go ahead and turn. And as I'm turning, I'll make eye contact with him and tap my head real nonchalant, like, as to, I don't know, real sneaky. Hey.
Got some sort of tick.
Oh.
I say into your mind.
So you'll notice that a friend of ours is missing from my sword.
Dwarven?
Do not bring him up. Act as though he never existed.
Dwarven who?
Exactly.
Understood.
Balor is not who he says he is. There's definitely some maliciousness behind him in his tone.
I'll pass it along to the others.
Yes, please.
And I do. Pass it along to the others.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's standing around you
Play
individually.
telephone with all of these people.
One by one, tell everybody, pay no attention to the disappearance of Torvin and do not mention him. Don't know if anybody has anything that they would like to interact with Yalumlo about for that.
I will speak into his mind. Glenn, Vorse. Yes, Glenn.
Glenn.
Look at here.
Where did he go?
I
Did he-
don't know.
Just gone?
He was there. I walked away. I came back. I asked,
Can't respond, correct?
Oh, he can't. Yes, that's
No.
correct. Yeah, you can't respond.
Where'd he
So
go?
I will say.
I'm just
I will
thinking
say,
really hard.
Yeah. I'll say where did he go? We can discuss it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. So, not an affirmation. Anything either of you two would ask when Yalumlo indicates to you, or you as well, Don?
No.
Just accept? Accept?
Just accept.
Why not?
I don't know. I didn't get that far.
Okay.
Sounds like you have a date later when we get out of here.
Uh-huh.
Weird is really excited for some hot stuff.
That's really cool, man.
I'm glad you found somebody.
Should be fun.
I'm fun.
That's what I've heard.
I'm so glad that you said
Just
that
love
in your
the thought
head.
of
Not out
everybody just
loud.
like stopping in this fucking dwarven road at this temple and just laughing about Nesgrim fucking this dude.
Nesgrim's a bard without being a bard.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
Anything.
After I
been a
agree
bard.
that I've heard that he's fun, I'm gonna break the connection and turn around.
He's just sitting there thinking, I'm fun.
My
Bard.
mom,
Yalumlo, I'm fun.
my mom used to say I'm fun.
Right?
Buddy, you
Now that
still
we've-
there?
Yes, sir.
We've been through a number of rooms.
Correct.
Is there any kind of like specific, let's say pattern, I guess, to the way these spider webs are existing? Like, are they happen to be in like the upper corners where you would expect spiders to linger, or?
Be in the shape of any of the symbols of magic.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that you may make either a survival or a nature check just to discern whether or not you are super familiar with spider web symbology.
Oh shit.
Arachnid patterns.
16.
16. Fuck.
Do you speak around?
That's a
you
lot
sure
higher
are.
than a no. Yeah, I will indicate to you.
That was a lot higher than no, not at all.
I will say for you, as an individual who grew up in a forest, you recognize that spiders are obviously going to place themselves in positions in which they're going to be able to catch ambient creatures, either of flight or of lower ground levels. That is probably the reason for why they are so vastly stretching. Obviously, to accommodate their size. We've discussed previously the presence of large rodent-like creatures. We don't know exactly how large the spiders get, so we don't know whether or not they eat rats that are that big, but that's totally possible. I would also say that it feels strange to you that there is so continuously the presence of webs that it feels like I'll say that if you had ever had an experience through the forests in which you had previously encountered like a more cavernous, densely populated area of webs, which is totally feasible for a woman like Ritora who was doing the work that she was doing, that it would have felt unnatural for the webs to be positioned so meticulously and like almost with a certain sense of synchronicity, where it's always the corners and it feels like there is an abject placement that in your mind I would say is definitely interpretable as like they're everywhere. How is there so much food?
Yeah, I guess we haven't seen any like small
We've seen
creatures
no
or
rats.
anything.
How?
Like no bugs.
Yes, absolutely. It feels absolutely strange and off-putting for you. Just a general sense of unease as to we've seen all this and no food source and no spiders themselves. Where are they? Especially since you touched one of the webs and they did not come crawling.
They seem almost like intentionally placed. I'll casually reiterate some of those concerns as we see
Good.
your way.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I wondered where anything was to eat,
Perhaps they ran out of food.
but those are fresher webs.
Perhaps they recently ran out of food.
We haven't seen any spiders yet either.
If they've recently ran out of food, we best hope not.
Or perhaps they were driven off. We have seen tracks.
With hope.
Yes.
Shall we continue then? Has there been any sense of declination in our travel?
Ooh,
through here?
for where you guys have gone through so far? No.
No, just
No.
still feels flat.
Yes.
Straight
Keep
on
saying
into
there's
the
a
mountain.
long way down.
Yes, absolutely. We are still in the southeastern portion. He indicated that we are going to need to go northwest.
As we're moving out,
Mhm.
I assume Balor is up with Vorst and
Yeah.
not looking backwards.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap Yalum low on the shoulder and just tap my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know, you could just look at me
You are in
real
front of me.
intently. I would probably get the point.
There.
I think people are going to catch on if everybody's going.
Hey, Yalumlo.
But I mean, do what you will.
These people got some itchy
Got some
heads.
dust on here.
I find it strange that this marketplace that we are supposedly being led to is through all of these rooms. If things are being sent to the market and being shipped out through that large room, why is there not a more direct path?
You mean the collapsed hallway that he pointed at?
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Probably that.
Then we didn't
Sure.
verify.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Correct thought.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
Okay. Yep.
Fuck that.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
We're not just going
Straight and
willy-nilly
narrow.
walking like straight line through only 4 rooms of this enormous dungeon I spent time on.
It's
Don.
almost like the DM collapsed the direct route.
I forgot about that. I
Yeah.
was just like,
Fuck you, Great Hall.
Balor's.
Get shit on by this fucking rat monster.
Yes, benevolent gods.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm good then.
Approach the exit.
Yeah.
As previously indicated, it's a little bit more angled than what I did. It was just the fastest way to be able to do that. So you guys would be angling out through the northwest area, and it is a T-shaped intersection where it goes northeast at like a, I guess that would be obviously a 90-degree angle if it's a T intersection. Same thing for down to the left. Let me grab descriptions. There are so many things that need to be opened.
This is the way you just questioned.
Correct. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
We're coming out this way.
Got it.
Correct.
We didn't check out
We have
that
no
room
idea
or that
what's up
room.
and to the right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Correct. That is the
We
conclusion
know
for what is ripped
what's
off for
to
the
the
map.
left.
Yeah.
It's the directory.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Or at least what should have been on the
Yeah.
other side of the directory to one place.
Thoroughfare.
It's a big fucking room.
Da da.
Oh my god.
I guess that's the room.
Or at least what used to be. I kind of hope it's a pit.
Cool. Yeah, so for where you are standing, Vorst, you are able to see towards the right and towards the left again. So as you are at this angled T intersection, to the right it looks as though it once more is like a 10-foot wide hallway this time, so a little bit more wide. It comes to a small kind of circular shaped room where it is a large intact archway. You can see that it's very close to you. The small circular shaped room as well looks as though it has just a very intact, small, dust-covered pedestal, like a standing desk almost. So it would be maybe about 3 feet wide, about 8 feet in height. You would be able to see that there is on it currently like the heights of what would be an open V-shaped book. So you would just see the like top flaps of pages currently open. You would see that in the areas surrounding on the floor, there are a bunch of small opened crates and storage boxes and things like that. You get the smell. If you want to make me a perception check, please.
That's gonna be an 11.
An 11. You get the smell of rusted iron. And to the left, we'll go with the same smell check. To the left, you would smell an abundance of, once more, kind of like a more rich, odorous ale. Like meads. Like, you know how you get that lingering sweetness when you smell like a rich, beautiful mead?
Mm-hmm.
You get that. Obviously, it would have some sense of staleness and age to it, but you would get the similar notes, again, working in a tavern. And you would get the same sensation of, like, you know, wood, like tables, chairs, and other things along those lines. And you would get the same odor for what would give you, like, the wet fabric of, like, a rug-like material made of fur. To the left.
There's a book on the pedestal. That way.
Yeah. As we come out, how big is the hallway just past the door here?
It goes 10 feet out in front of you, and it is 10 feet wide in each direction.
Okay.
You
So-
said the small room is to the right.
Correct.
Does it look like there's any other entrances or exits, or does it look like just a...
Ooh, does it look like it concludes?
Yes.
Dark vision, you would be able to see that it looks as though it's shaped back, and that they're at the bulbous, like, center of the back wall. There would be
Would
another
be
opening that would be
potentially more
ascending. Hmm.
And that's where the book is at.
Correct, on the pedestal within, yes, absolutely. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
step
napping.
out into the hallway and usher my friends through the door.
Yeah.
We
We all stand at this crossroads.
Yep.
and I'll stare at
Mhm.
Yalom Low very intently.
Do you need something?
There's a book in that room, and I think if it's anything like the one in this one, Felix is probably going to want to look at it.
You could probably use the reading material.
Exactly. If you want
Felix.
to.
Reading material, lad.
I'll just like put the
Oh, fucking god. I know I love books, but Jesus.
hold this.
Yeah.
I'll just hand it.
Right?
I'll just
Yeah. You
nonchalantly.
bringing your torch with you?
Yep.
Cool.
The busted floor goes to the
Left.
mead smell.
Yes.
Okay.
You need.
Yeah, I'm gonna move left,
Okay.
and I'm gonna let them filter.
Okay. Sure. Right. Yeah. Filling the 10-foot space
To,
sufficiently for everybody to be able to get
and
up.
also slightly pulling direction of my little floaty friend here.
Cool.
I'm moving this way. He hears footsteps. They're moving behind me. We're going this way as far as he knows.
Absolutely. Paul, I will tell you that as you approach this area, as you step inside, your torch kind of illuminates this room. It gives you, obviously, the indication that this looks almost like a small guard checkpoint. And the book that is here is a ledger of shipping notifications for things that are coming from higher levels to go down below, or things that are there to be sent from below up.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are standing in this area, you are able to see that in the back hallway behind this, again illuminated by your torch, you can see it slightly shapes up to the left, and then it looks as though it is a ramp ascending upwards.
Okay.
In the back corner of that room.
All right. So there's a ramp.
Yeah, so the ledger is just like genuinely notifications of delivery individuals. So dickload
Is it
long
like
list of
delivery
dwarven
of where it
names and
goes
then
to?
substances, yes, and then locations.
Okay.
So ales, foods, meats, breads, clothing, whether or not it be equipment related or whether or not it be for personal use.
About how big is it? I'm assuming. It's
Fucking
pretty
huge.
Yeah,
like to the point where, oh my god, who's doing this?
big. Yeah. Like what the fuck? Okay.
Yes,
Just get a second
absolutely.
book.
But there is an intense regimented recognition of all things in Felfarthen were well structured and things went where they went. They were very orderly as people.
So, I guess is it just as they're coming in, or is it sections?
As they would be cut, so there would be sections, left side, right side for pages. Left side would be for things that would be descending. Right side would be for things that are ascending.
Okay, and it's just all manner of. There's like no real order other than.
Correct.
Okay,
yeah. Other
yeah.
than the intention for the delivery.
I mean,
for the
yeah.
location.
I'll take a moment to
Yeah,
try and
you
skim
can roll
through
an
it.
investigation check to see whether or not anything feels pertinent or incredibly interesting to you.
Ooh, baby!
Sure.
Nat one.
Shut up, DJ. It's a 3 on the die.
Oh god, I'm sorry.
So it's
A
7.
7. Yeah.
You're not blessed, right? You got the.
No, and it's a
Saving
skill check
throw.
anyway. Sadly,
yeah.
not a save.
I mean, I would at least look for or like
sure,
specifically.
Sure, you can roll with advantage. Because if you're looking for a concentrated thing, like that feels
or would
sufficient for
be
me. Yep.
9.
Throw them in the trash.
There's the 5, baby. Yeah, I will say that, like, with a 9, you're able to see that there are several shipments worth of ores, iron, things like that. Obviously, coming up for Ascended, it would be listed, obviously, as, like, iron ingots, not for, like, raw material. For Descending, you would not really see any shipments of ore being sent down below. So it would be gems and ores would be distributed, ascending, beyond the area where has been previously indicated to you as the market district.
Okay.
Originating below.
Originating
Heading
below,
up.
coming up, and there is not an indication as a recipient who is going to be receiving that.
Okay, so now I'm a little confused. So the market, did Balor said that the market was down?
Correct. Yes, he said the market district is down a level.
Okay.
And you're
that-
saying the book is confirming
No, the
the
book is saying
market's below or it's above?
it's saying that ingots and gems are going up.
It's saying that ingots and gems are going up. It's not an indication of the actual location of the market. It is not indicating what it is, from where it is being received. I'm pointing out that it is strange that it is you're sending things up when you were told the market's down.
Right. I would assume
If
that.
these things were to be sold,
They would go down to the market.
why are they going up?
Yeah, it's not saying that they're specifically going to
To a location
market
or a recipient. It's just effectively like, hey, here is the transport of X gem, like emeralds or rubies, and it's ascending.
So none of it's really going down. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. So then, all right.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I mean, I would guess it would take like a minute or two to skim through, just
Sure.
find out that
Yeah,
information.
just like turn a page. You will notice that it abruptly ends. And the last delivery says only the word for descending on that page, dust. We will end there.
What kind of dust is it?
No.
What, you don't want to huff some dust?
Ether might have some dust.
I think he would.
Yeah, friends, thank you very much for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're new here, make sure you follow so you can find us again. We stream D&D 3 times a week, probably. We haven't yet. But we're
trying.
We're trying. It's been a tough year. Plus. But yeah, you can also check out our website, NotGreatRPG.com, or join our Discord by putting those commands into the chat. We'll be back next on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with the Lost Kings of Adoris, and then on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the Veiled Forests of Orvigo. Thank you guys very much for watching tonight. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Bye,
Good
friends.
night.
Goodbye.